Welcome to CityWise. I'm your host, Tiana Stevens. CityWise is produced by the City of Rochester to shine a spotlight on city living at its best. Well, Mayor Warren has just announced a new financial assistance program to help qualified residents with roof replacements and repairs in the City of Rochester. And joining us today to tell us more about the city's owner-occupant roofing program is Deputy Commissioner Kate Washington and Conrad Floss, Associate Community Housing Partner in the city's Neighborhood and Business Development Department. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting us.
When did you first recognize a need for a program like this? How did this come together?
Well, we've actually known that we've had a real high demand for repairs, particularly for owner-occupants. As all of you are aware, we probably have had some real challenges in our community economically, and a lot of our residents have really had some difficulty in maintaining the repairs. When we recognized that there was a large number of homes whose roofs were in bad need of repair, we recognized also that being able to repair roofs also is one of those things that has the greatest investment in the longevity of a home. So we want to be able to keep people in their homes, keep those homes maintained, maintain the values of those homes, and we considered being able to invest in roof repair to be one of those vehicles to do so. So we started to target our dollars towards making those roof repairs.
Okay, and how much is being invested into this program?
We went to City Council in December and we had an authorization of $1.8 million. So it sounds like a lot of money, but that'll get us about, we think, 150 roofs. We'll know when the actual costs come in. When we actually go out in the community and start doing these repairs, we'll know what they actually come back at, but we're hoping to get 150. Okay.
What are the specific repairs that are going to be covered by this program?
Well, obviously the roof itself, chimney repair, flashing around some of the valleys and peaks that you find in roofs, soffits, gutters, downspouts. Basically anything attached to the roof and the roof system will be covered under the grant.
And so if you're a homeowner, besides those obvious signs of disrepair in your roof, what are some other more subtle signs that people might not notice that, oh, hey, I might need to get my roof repaired or looked at?
Well, icicles.
So that's
the first
current issue.
I think that what people need to know is that they need to insulate their roofs. They really don't realize what kind of damage that the winter can cause to your roof if you're not insulating properly. So one of the telltale signs is when you start seeing those long, icicles hanging from the soffits. That's just a telltale sign that you don't have enough insulation, and it's going to start eating into your roof, and it's going to cause damage.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What are the specific qualifications that a homeowner must meet to be able to pre-apply for this program?
Well, first and foremost, you have to be a resident of the City of Rochester and you have to be a homeowner. The other thing is you have to meet income eligibility requirements, and we do have a scale that is available to any resident who has an interest in really making an application for the repair. We also ask that they are able to, they have to meet various other requirements, including they have to be current on taxes and they have to have no other code violations on their home. So we're looking to make sure that we are administering this program the way we do other repair programs as well. So the income guidelines and all of the qualification requirements are actually available for anybody who's interested, not only on our website but also at their neighborhood service center. We'll provide information on that.
Okay. Now, does the homeowner need to contribute anything financially to qualify?
Yeah, there's a small contribution that we ask based on income. It's either $50 or $250 based on income.
Okay. Yeah. And there'll be 2 rounds of funding. And so right now the pre-application is open for the first round. Where do people go to apply? Can they apply online?
No, we do ask that people go to their local neighborhood service center and apply there. What they will do is they fill out a very simple, what we call pre-application. They just ask for some very basic information from them, and it screens for questions that Kate was just talking about, making sure that asking them, are you current on your taxes, and what is your household income and so forth. And if all that comes back positive, they just put their pre-app in the box, and the drawing takes place on the 18th, and we go from there.
Okay. Now, will homeowners be able to make their own repairs, or do they go and hire a contractor? How does that work once the grant is given?
No, actually, the city has contractors that we have available to make the repairs. So we did a bidding process to find contractors who would do all of the roofing for our roof program. So they don't have to be engaged in that. And actually, it's a little bit of a departure from our previous programs, because the previous owner-occupied program has required that the homeowner do a screening of 3 separate contractors, and they had to accept the lowest bid. So it really takes some of the onus and some of the weight of those types of activities and decisions off the homeowner. So all they have to do is make sure that they pre-qualify, put in their application, and if they're selected through the drawing process, then we will have the contractor for them.
Okay, and do you expect work to start this spring when it gets a little bit warmer, or will they wait?
Yeah, I think so. As soon as the drawing happens, we select the names. They will be sent over to Action for a Better Community for processing, and as quickly as property owners can get their documentation in that they need for their application, the faster we can start. Yeah, I'm anticipating as April-ish we should be start swinging hammers.
Okay, now is there a difference between the first round of funding and the second, in terms of if there's anyone that has a higher preference in the second round?
No real preference. Anybody who makes an application in the first round, if they don't get selected, their application is automatically going to go into the next pool of applicants for the second drawing. And the second drawing is a little different because that drawing is going to be a citywide drawing. So it won't be done by quadrant. It'll be done a very large pool of all applicants, and we will draw from that group of applicants.
Do the homeowners need to be present at the drawing on the days that those happen?
No, they don't. They don't have to be there. They'll be notified. Everybody who gets selected will be notified.
Okay, how's it going so far? Have the neighborhood service centers been reporting a large number of applications coming in?
Yeah, it's been pretty positive. We've been hearing some good things. Right. So we'll it's a test case for us. We'll see how it goes. We'll evaluate when it's over with, and if it's a good experience, we'll think about replicating it for the future.
So how does the Department of Neighborhood and Business Development go about identifying certain needs, whether it's roofing or anything else in the neighborhoods? Do you hold meetings, or do you kind of just wait for phone calls to come in from residents? How does that process
All of
work?
the above. We have there are so many points of entry to us at the at the NBD, and one of the things that we did this year was we did surveys. We actually had we collected information from all the neighborhood service centers, and also just some neighborhood organizations where people were calling and asking for assistance. So we collected lots of data on what the requests were, and we still found that a lot of the requests were for roofing. And we also just had a lot of postcards. I think ABC launched a campaign, and they asked people to send postcards, and so we collected all of that information, and we were able to gain information. But then we also ask questions to people. We listened to people. People came and spoke with us. I had meetings with people. People came to city council and spoke. So there was a very diverse range of points of entry for gaining that information for us to really be able to roll out this program.
Okay.
I think to add to that, we've had a lot of pent-up demand for this type of program.
That's true.
A lot of what we've been doing is lead hazard control. We've received quite a bit of funding from the federal government for abate lead-based paint hazards, take care of lead-based paint hazards. So it's been a while since we've had a standard rehab program where we could just go out there and just address one item like roofs. So over the years, there's a big market out there that hasn't been served.
Right. What are some of the other examples of programs, roof, lead abatement, that neighborhood and business development does?
Well, we do emergency repairs as well, and particularly right now at this time of year, we've had such a large snow emergency.
Right.
We've had a lot of demand for furnaces, and people who found themselves in some of these really frigid temperatures without furnaces that were operating, and we were able to come in and be able to assist those homeowners and be able to either replace or repair their furnaces, hot water heaters, and we get a full range of requests in that emergency repair program.
And how do those contacts, those calls come into you? Do they go through 311, or what should someone do if they encounter an emergency like that?
Well, we have a group that we contract with, Action for a Better Community, and they're charged with making sure that the general community is aware of the program. And I think they've been doing a good job, because we've been seeing a pretty good wide distribution of applicants coming in from various zip codes across the city. And quite frankly, the demand has just exploded, especially with the heavy winter, with the bad winter. People's furnaces are working harder, they're working longer, and they're breaking down. So yeah, they've been really the front and center group for us to make sure that the word gets out.
How important are those contacts within the community to the work that you do in your office?
Absolutely critical. We at the city, as much as we want to be able to have the full resources to assist every single person, we really rely on all of our community partners, and they range from community organizations to block clubs to businesses. We have, I think, a wide range of partnerships that all work and collaborate with us to help do the work that we do, so, and we're grateful for that.
Wonderful. So if we could just recap finally the dates that the first round, and maybe if we could the second round, when that starts for the roofing program.
Well, the first round will conclude on the 17th, drawing on the 18th, and then we start again. I believe they're on the screen for the next dates. Are those coming up? We'll have a spring round, and that will conclude June 19th, I believe. Great. With the drawing.
Wonderful. So and if you've applied the first time and you don't get selected, then again, that'll just roll over into the next drawing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks for having
us. Thank you, Tiana.
To learn more about the city's owner-occupant roofing program, you can always call 311 or 428-6912, and more information is available at cityofrochester.gov/roof relief.